definitely a GT350 coming up on us here.
What's happening, everybody? Street here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Stang Stories. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I want to start by thanking everybody so much for 7,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, man. I've been at this for over a decade, and never have I had more fun in a community than I have right here in the Mustang community. Gaming was amazing, lots of trolls, lots of hate, but the Mustang community in general has been very welcoming, even though I am the self-proclaimed douchebag Mustang driver, and you guys still welcome me with open arms, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for all the support, and we're also about to turn 400 followers on Instagram, which is also a very nice little milestone. I appreciate it so much. You guys are the best. Now, you guys saw what happened there in the intro, and I got the full story coming up in a little bit, but first there's a couple other things I wanted to talk to you about. The first thing I want to say is I'm getting ready to put the summer tires back on here in a month or two, and that's hopefully when I plan on doing a bunch of things to the car. I'm going to get the lowering springs, I'm going to get the X-pipe, and probably tint the windows. It's all going to happen real quick, but still a couple of months out, I believe. I'm still saving up for the new truck. The new truck will probably be featured on the channel here in a couple of months. The lease is running out on the F-150, and we decided to pick up something new, something totally different, and I'm super excited about it, so everybody stay tuned for that. Now, one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the spoiler. Now, Xander just recently got the MMD, I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but the new spoiler that he got, I've been looking into that spoiler for about 4 months now, been very much considering getting it, but just haven't been able to pull the trigger yet. I'm very skeptical because I like the PP1 spoiler, but I think it could look a lot better. The problem is that I really want to go with the black on silver thing, so what would you guys think about doing a black painted PP1 spoiler? Like, I think that could be a possibility. Like, it would look pretty good, and then like wrap the vents in black too. I've seen it done on Instagram on white cars and stuff, but I've never seen it done with the silver. I don't know. I think it could look pretty good. I don't know about wrapping the roof anymore. I don't know if I'm in for wrapping the roof, but it's something interesting, and I would like to discuss it with a few of you. And if anybody has pictures or something, or Instagram or whatever, dude, I'd love to see it because I'm very curious. I already know that the track pack spoiler from the GT350 or the MMD spoiler like Xander's would look amazing on the car. I just, you know, it's like you can't follow in so many footsteps of every other guy out there on the internet, you know. But he beat me to it, so it is what it is. Xander, whatever, bro. Just kidding. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about is that I finally, after all this time, got my oil catch can on the car. Now, I got it a couple of days ago. It just kind of sat pretty in the box, and I finally had a chance to install it. And I made a little install video for you guys. The only way I think I could have made it better is if I took my shirt off, but I think too many people would have been sending me fan mail and stuff at that point that it would have got weird and it would have got uncomfortable for people. You know, the wives would have been throwing rocks at their husbands and telling them to leave because there's better people out there. And, you know, dudes would have been sending me roses and shit. And it gets really awkward at that point. So I tried to save you from that, but it was still pretty good if you ask me. Okay, let's get right down to what really happened. It was funny because to start with, I got on the freeway that morning and punched it, I'll admit, got on it a little bit. And there was a Camry behind me that got really into what I was doing there. They were way back, maybe a half a mile, and they, maybe not half a mile, quarter mile or something, and they punched it, man. They got right up on me as fast as they could, and I was watching them in my rear view, and I'm like, oh, this Camry, I think, wants it, dude. And then when I look over, this guy, he's probably, I don't know, maybe in his 50s or something with his son, his teenage son. And his teenage son is, you got like the bezel of the window right here, and he's like sitting there. So I look over and he's like between the edge of the seat and the bezel, and he's like looking at me like this. And then out of nowhere, his dad just romps the car, and you see the exhaust, a big puff of smoke coming out of the exhaust, and it was cold, so it was like steaming. And I was like, oh, dude, he dropped it on me right there. I throw it in gear, throw it in third, and I punch it. And as I hit about 85 or 90 maybe, and then I realized that, oh,
pretty sure there's a cop behind me, so just kind of chilling right now.
There's a highway patrol about a half a mile behind me. So I kind of coasted it out and just, you know, played that I was just passing the car behind me. I was, you know, maybe a little overzealous, but I got back in the slow lane and rolled it out, and nothing more came of it. But I really would have liked the chance to just give that Camry a little something. But you guys know how that is. When you got 5.0 behind you in the 5.0, it's not always the best thing. But the real meat and potatoes here is the GT350 coming up behind me. And I'm watching in my rear view, watching, and as he gets closer, I kind of roll my window down and say, what's up? So he doesn't acknowledge me at all and just punches it. You can hear it in the video. He just punches it. So I punch it too. I drop third and punch it. And I am just right there with this guy. And I'm struggling to flip my camera around. I'm like, no, I'm racing a GT350. Turn the camera around. Turn the camera around. And it's not. Stop the video. I flip the camera over and I try to recenter it for round two. Now, round two happens almost immediately after I switch the camera. Now you can see in the video that I start picking up speed on him. I want to say it's more of a drafting effect, like he's just cutting most of the friction in front of us, and I'm pulling on this dude. I had to let off at one point, and you could hear his motor is just watt. He's full watt, and I start catching him. So I started laughing, I let off. I'm pumping the throttle, wah, you know, kind of trying to get him to go again. And then we went probably 15 miles of just nothing. I'm in my window. One more, man. Come on, let's do it. One more, go. You know,
go, baby, one more. Come on, one more. Dude, he just won't do it. Won't go again.
He's just sitting there. And then after so long, I was just sitting in like high third, waiting for him to punch it. I downshift into fourth, and I'm like, he's not going to do it. And then out of nowhere, he just punches it, man.
Oh, I wasn't ready for it.
I caught up rather quickly, and I got to try to line up with him. And I asked him, you know, I was kind of looking at him like, dude, let's one up. He wouldn't look at me. He wouldn't acknowledge that I was there. He wanted no part of it other than the fact that he literally romped it 3 times, and 2 of those times we raced. but it was more like a cat and mouse race or whatever. But it was really, really fun. It makes me want to just get more action out there and test more cars and just see how I can, you know, compete with others on the road. Because, you know, like I said in my previous videos, you know, I haven't got a lot of people really wanting to put out with the 5.0, man. They like revving on me, but they never want to really drop it. And I still haven't been able to get that RT to take the bait yet, man. I've seen him 3 more times and he just won't do it. He passes me every morning, but he just won't take the bait. So sooner or later, we're going to find some good competition, and I hope to be able to share those with you guys. In the meantime, we had our first little run with the GT350, and it was awesome. A gorgeous car. The owner, just on the other hand, would not... you know, I'm the type of guy that'll roll up like, yeah, man, that's awesome. And he just wouldn't acknowledge me at all. All I know is he jumped me twice, or 3 times actually. And I was catching him on 2 of them. Shouting, hey, good girl, Silver. She's so pretty. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's all I got today. Just kind of wanted to share a couple different things with you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at silverstang707 for daily content on the car. Thank you so much, everybody. See you on the next one.